Student friends, in yesterday's lecture we studied DIAC as one of the bidirectional triggering device which conducts the current in both the direction. Its construction, its working, its IV characteristics, applications and specifications. Friends, today we are going to study one more such a semiconducting device that is known as TRIAC. Friends, TRIAC is again a bidirectional device, but it is power controlling device. It is not triggering device. TRIAC also conducts the current in both the direction. Generally, whatever the applications we have listed for the DIAC, all those applications are associated with the TRIAC. DIAC and TRIAC are used in combination with each other. In short, we can say DIAC is used to trigger the TRIAC in both the direction. Such a semiconducting device we are going to study today. Let us begin to study with its construction or structure of TRIAC. To understand the construction or structure of TRIAC, we can say that it consists of main three layers, that is P1, N1, P2, as like PNP transistor. Within these main layers, especially in P1 region, N type of semiconductor is diffused and it is named as N3. And ohmic contact is taken commonly for P region as well as N3 region totally, that is known as main terminal 2. Similarly, N region is diffused in P2 layer to the right side as well as to the left side, respectively called as N2 and N4. Ohmic contacts are taken commonly between the region P2 and N2, known as main terminal 1, and also the ohmic contact is taken between N4 and P2 region, that is known as a gate. TRIAC is same as that of DIAC, except the fact that it has a third terminal, controlling terminal, known as a gate. Such a semiconducting device, we can call it as it is the TRIAC. Friends, all those respective regions are shown in this particular figure, whereas metallization contacts, to which I called it as the ohmic contacts, are respectively taken for MT1, MT2 and also to the gate. Such a device, we can call it as it is the TRIAC. Friends, this TRIAC, if you look from the point of view of regions, we can say it is as like P2, N1, P1, N3. These are the four regions, as being it is a bidirectional device again. And another one is P1, N1, P2, N2 are the four regions. In one case, from bottom to top, P2, N1, P1, N3. Another is P1, N1, P2, N2. This seems to be two SARs are connected in anti-parallel with each other. P region and N region combined together to call it as MT2. Again, P region and N region at the bottom, they are combined together called as MT1. N and P are combined together called as gate. Thus, TRIAC is two SCRs which are connected in anti-parallel. It is represented here. So this is the two SCR anti-parallel connection of TRIAC. One SCR is PN, means it is P1, N1, P2, N3. And second one is P2, N1, P1, N3, that means this PN, PN. This N and P combinedly connected and it is known as MT1. The bottom N and P are connected combinedly with the ohmic contacts known as the MT1. The N region and P region are externally connected and it is called as a gate. This structure is symbolically represented in this particular figure by using two SCRs. So this is one SCR having its anode, gate and that of cathode. This is another SCR, say SCR2, having anode, gate and cathode. Friends, both the gates are connected together and it is named as a common gate here. Whereas anode of SCR2 and cathode of SCR2, those are connected, it is named as MT1. The anode of SCR1 and cathode of SCR2 are connected commonly and it is known as MT2. From this figure, clearly we can understand that here are two SCRs, this one and this one, which are connected in anti-parallel. Anti-parallel means directions are opposite, but they are connected in parallel. This structure gives the proof to represent that triac is anti-parallel combination of the two SCRs with common gate to both. Friends, the circuit symbol for triac is represented here. The symbol is same as that of diac, only with the fact that it has an additional terminal gate. So here is one SCR, here is another SCR, respectively represents MT2, MT1, and both the gates commonly connected to represent a single gate known as a gate. So this is the circuit symbol. This is a symbolic 2 SCR anti-parallel connection of the triac. This is the region-wise 2 SCRs connected in anti-parallel so as to form the resulting structure as a triac. Friends, this is what the construction or structure of a triac is being considered. Let me see its operation. To understand the working of triac, as a being triac is a bidirectional device, it will conduct the current in any direction. Let me suppose MT2 is made positive and MT1 is made negative. Under this condition, assuming MT2 is a positive, the P1 region is forward biased, whereas the N3 is reverse biased. As far as MT1 is there, it will forward bias N2 region and reverse bias P2 region. Therefore, working regions are P1, N1, P2, N3. Means PN, PN. Along with gate supply, whatever you are connected to control, it used to control the current through MT2. Under this condition, if you increase the supply voltage to the breakover voltage, naturally current will start flowing through the MT2 by firing that particular SCR. Similarly, if you want to control the forward breakover voltage, you have to provide a supply for the gate. As you increase the gate current, naturally its firing angle reduces, conduction angle increases, it will conduct more current through MT2. This is the one situation in which the triac will work. In second case, when MT1 is positive and MT2 is negative, then MT1 power supply forward biases P region and reverse biases N2. So that's why N2 doesn't conduct. But assuming MT2 is a negative, it will forward bias N3 region, whereas the reverse biases P1 region. So that's why conducting regions are P2, N1, P1, N3. This is another SCR which starts conducting. In this case also, if we increase the supply voltage to the forward breaker voltage, current will start flowing through the empty one. If you want to control this current, we have to connect an additional power supply to the gate, so that by increasing gate current, one can decrease the firing angle so as to increase the current flowing through the track, so as to control the power developed across that particular track. Friends, this is how the track works. But friends, in generally, track will work in 4 modes of operation. Those 4 modes of operations are discussed here. First mode, for which we can get the characteristics in the first quadrant, that is quadrant 1 plus mode, where MT2 is positive and gate current is positive. We get working of track in first quadrant, that is mode 1 plus, where MT2 is positive and gate is positive. Second one is mode 1 negative. Here MT2 is positive but gate is negative. Gate is negatively biased, meaning there. Third mode of operation of track is third positive. We get characteristic curve in third quadrant, provided MT2 is negatively biased whereas gate is positively biased. Quadrant 3 in negative mode, MT2 is negatively biased whereas gate is also negatively biased. So these are the 4 modes of operation in which track is able to made to be work. All these modes of operations we studied just now. Only what is to be done? Keep the polarity of the gate to be changing, so that you are going to get IV characteristics in the respective regions. So that's why we can call it as track is going to be operated in the 4 modes. One, MT2 positive, gate positive. Second one, MT2 positive, gate negative. Third one, MT2 negative, gate positive. MT2 negative, gate negative. When I am going to say that MT2 is a positive, means MT1 is negative at that time. Please do remember. But when I am going to say MT2 is negative, meaning thereby at that time MT1 is positive. So that is the reason why we can call track is a bidirectional device. One can control the current, get current in any direction. So that is the speciality associated with the track, because gate is also common for N region and P region. MT2 is also common for N region and P region. So that's why these 4 modes of operations are possible. Why these are possible? These operations are possible because gate is common for P2 and N4. MT1 is also common for N2 and P2. Because of this situation only, you can operate track in 4 modes of operation, in quadrant 1 and also in quadrant 3. Friends, let us see its applications or specifications first, and then we will go application, and then we will go to IV characteristics. Specifications of a track. Track has on-state current of 25 ampere. On-state current means when current starts increasing, voltage across that reduces. That on-state current is 25 ampere. Holding current is 75 milliampere. Minimum current below which the track is off, that is 75 milliampere. Gate current maximum you can apply is 50 milliampere. On-state voltage, Vt So that's equal to 1.5 volt. There is a drop in voltage from breakover voltage to onset voltage is up to 1.5 volt. Next specification is as a low dV by dt, low di by dt and low power rating. Means rate of change of voltage with respect to time it is low. Rate of change of current with respect to time it is also low and it has low power rating. Friends, it is suitable for resistive load but not for inductive load. Means strike is used mostly for the resistive load rather than the inductive load. These are the specifications which are associated with the track. Then let me see the applications of track. Track is not used as a rectifier. Track is used as a static switch. Track is used in fan speed regulator or fan speed controller, which we are using in practice in today's controlling technique. Track is used as a temperature controller. Track is used in AC voltage stabilizer to provide 230 volt output voltage constant. Track is used. It is used in lamp dimmer to reduce the intensity of light radiations. Track is used. It is used in proximity sensor. It is used to detect the anyone who is available within the vicinity. It is used in a light flasher circuit. So these are the peculiar applications associated with the track. Friends, we have studied the working of track, construction of track, various modes of operation of track, specifications and applications. Dear students, let me study the IV characteristics of track. Friends, track is a combination of two SCRs which are connected in anti-parallel. So that's why we can get the characteristics in quadrant first as well as in quadrant third. Look at here. Current is taken on y-axis, voltage is taken on x-axis. The curve we are going to get in first quadrant, it is called as a forward characteristics, and the characteristic curve we are going to obtain in third quadrant, it is called as reverse characteristics. Almost all similar to each other, only there is a change in polarity. Friends, by using suitable characteristics drawing circuitry, by changing voltage applied to the track, note down the currents in both the direction and we plot the graph of current versus voltage. Here, this is the circuitry that is used for mode first, where MT2 is positive, MT1 is negative, gate is positive, MT1 is negative. Under this condition also we will get the same characteristics. In mode 1 negative, here MT1 is positive, MT2 is positive, MT1 is negative, whereas gate is negative with respect to MT1. For both the circuitries, we will get the same characteristics. And if you look to the characteristics, what we observe is, at the beginning, when supply voltage provided to MT2 and MT1 is 0, naturally current is 0. Triac doesn't conduct the current. But When supply voltage is increased to its breakover voltage, up to this the triac doesn't conduct. As you have studied in SCR, same thing that happens. This is known as forward blocking region. But the minority charge carrier will carry some little bit amount of current up to the forward breakover voltage. We can call that region as a non-conducting region of SCR, or it is a forward blocking region of SCR. When supply voltage is made to be equal to breakover voltage, then current through MT2 suddenly starts increasing. Voltage across SCR reduces to on-state voltage VT, and current starts increasing in first quadrant suddenly, and SCR starts in conduction region. It is an on-state region of SCR. It is forward current to which one can say. But when we apply gate current in any direction, when gate current is increased, it will reduces the forward breakover voltage. Without gate current, breakover voltage is here represented more, whereas after applying the gate current, breakover voltage is reduced. It will start conducting earlier by reducing its firing angle, by increasing its conduction angle, by reducing its forward breakover voltage. It will start conducting earlier. So that is the benefit of gate. Hence, gate is used as a controlling device in triac. But when polarity of the MT1 and MT2 are changed, as those are represented here. So in this case, MT2 is negative with respect to MT1, whereas gate is positive and in one case, and gate is negative in another case. In both the cases, we are going to get the same characteristics in the third quadrant. Here also at the beginning, when applied voltage is 0, current is 0, up to its breakover voltage, it doesn't conduct the current, but minority charge carriers allow some leakage current to pass through it. But when supply voltage reaches to the breakover voltage, after completing its blocking region, current suddenly starts increasing, voltage reduces to on-state voltage again. But if you apply certain gate current, it will reduces the forward breaker voltage, reduces the firing angle, increases the conduction angle, so that triac is allowed to conduct earlier to control the current through it and also to control the power through it. Friends, thus we can get the similar characteristics in first quadrant as well as in the third quadrant. This is the curve that represents what happens when gate current is increased in both the direction. For less gate current, forward breaker voltage is more, firing angle is more, and conduction angle is less. When you increase the gate current, naturally forward breaker voltage reduces. This is the conclusion which we are drawing from the graph. Increasing gate current decreases the forward breaker voltage. It will allow triac to conduct earlier, and it allows triac to conduct for a more time to increase the power and also to increase the current through a respective main terminal. And same is true in reverse direction also. So that is the specialty associated with the triac to plot the IV characteristics. Friends, that's all about the construction of triac, working of triac, IV characteristics of triac, modes of operation of triac, specifications of triac which are provided by the triac manufacturer, so that by using these specifications the circuit designer can use the TRIAC within that particular rating. And also we studied the applications of the TRIAC. Friends, that's all about the TRIAC we expected to study. Next time we'll go for again one of the new semiconducting device.